Hey YouTube, it's Old Prime 13 here with another plastic past and present. This time we are going to be looking at movie Scorponok. And initially I wasn't sure if I should do these because they're kind of different takes on the same character from the Bayverse movies. But I felt it was okay because essentially these two boil down to attack drones. Given there were, in the movie there were dozens of this one, but only like one, maybe two of this Scorponok. But at the end of the day, they felt more like, attack drones more than specific characters. So I figured it would be alright to, take a look. And, they were, fairly far apart. This is from the '07 movie. This is an original release. And this is from the Rise of the Beast. I picked this guy up a couple months ago. So definitely a good span of time between the two. We are going to be getting a red repaint of this figure in the near future, which I've heard is more accurate to the movie version, or the movie render. I don't really remember what color the one in the movie was. I thought they were purple. Well, I guess I'll have to go back and watch it again, but I'm probably not going to get that one because I don't think this figure is all that amazing. He's not bad. But I don't like him enough to double dip like that. Maybe if it goes on sale. But yeah, they both are ones that were only shown in their Scorpion mode in the movie as well. That's another thing they have in common. They do both have robot modes. This one, his robot mode does actually feel like a proper robot mode, whereas this guy just feels like he's got some weird parts shifted around because they just... robot mode. That's the robot mode. Given he does have some neat features, like the stinger tail is supposed there it goes. Shoots forward like that. Little gimmick they had. These rolling these wheels here is supposed to. There it goes. Here, I'll put him back into Scorpion mode. And, yeah, it's supposed to make his, claws, drill, but shit doesn't seem to be doing. Yeah, it's an old toy, so, his driller claws also open up. They've got some. Gotta make sure they go into these slots because they're supposed to lock into place. But yeah, you can open up his claws. And obviously this one is, got all the decals from, being attached to Blackout. He's got the helicopter stuff. It says rescue. Yeah, he's definitely doing plenty of rescuing. That's what we're calling it now. And yeah, he does sort of have that, sort of jet engine gears look in his torso. Very odd head sculpt. Does have some more typograph decals here on the sides of his head, and he does have some mandibles. Another thing they have in common is that their heads shift down like that, but that's a toy commonality. As you can see, they both have the same head transformation. But yeah, this I think this is a better figure overall as far as both design and what the actual robot mode is. This was a more or less just sort of a companion piece, and I do believe this could actually plug into the original Blackout toy, which is where these pegs are, or two holes in a peg. Part of the reason I'm doing this right now is because I did get the original Blackout. It turned out to be a crappy knockoff, but I did get one. But yeah, you can see he has his little Scorponok here. We'll bring him into the shot. How about that? And then we're gonna put him. There he is. We'll grab the Studio Series Scorponok, just so we cover all of our little bases. All of our bases. So yeah, you can sort of see how they all look together there. So yeah, we got '07 release Studio Series 07 Voyager Blackout, and the Rise of the Beasts. Just to give you an idea of how they all look. But yeah, I will also be doing a video on the Beast Wars Scorponok, so keep your eyes out for that. But yeah, I felt that these Scorponoks were, at least similar enough in concept that it was okay to do this. Plus, I actually had the figures on hand, so I figured, why not? But yeah, again, out of the two, I do feel that this is the overall better toy. Not just from engineering standard, but just how he actually has a legitimate robot mode. How he has a more flushed out design, so to speak. Because yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, this was Scorponok in the movie was pretty terrifying, especially for those soldiers. But he's basically just the Scorpion. We didn't see the robot mode for either in their movies, but this one really is it's just you take these panels, is a robot, and it just doesn't feel very solid. It's very much we just wanted to say it could transform, so we threw some pieces on in a certain way, and yeah. This is more of a, hey, he was in the movie, kids are going to want that. They're going to want a cool robot Scorpion. And, hey, I still have it. They weren't wrong. I wanted a cool robot Scorpion, so I got a cool robot Scorpion. But yeah, you probably could track this guy down, and I don't imagine he'd be as expensive as some of the other figures, just because, he's sort of a odd one as far as the whole lineup goes. But, yeah, if you're just looking for a Scorpion robot in a movie aesthetic, I would say this one's your better choice. And again, this one feels like its robot mode is legitimate, because he actually has, proper, robot legs and arms. But yeah. I think for what this one was supposed to be doing at the time, I think it's fine. Again, the robot mode is very much we wanted to make sure he was still able to transform into something. But really what you're looking for here is this Scorpion. This is kind of an army builder, and that's probably why they're doing the red repaint too. It's more of an army builder kind of figure. So yeah, it's hard to say. I think both are good in their own right, but I do honestly prefer this one in just about every way. And again, if that red version, the red repaint of this goes on sale, I'll probably pick one up, but I'm not going to go out of my way to double dip. It's not, my favorite thing ever. I just think that, it had a little more thought behind its overall design rather than, just making a super cool robot Scorpion. And as far as this goes, this would probably pass as a studio series figure these days, because the Scorpion mode is spot on. There's not really much else they could do except for maybe over articulate the tail, but that's just more joints for to loosen up over time. So hard to say if that's really worth it. But yeah. Yeah, I don't think I can really say that one is, the superior one entirely. This is just my preference of, I think this one fits my taste more. For what they were doing, I think this one executed his purpose properly. And this one, is more of an army builder than a single attack drone Scorpion. And that shows by, the fact that he's getting a repaint soon. They're both solid figures. And they're both really cool robot Scorpions. But yeah, if you're looking for one that actually has a good robot mode, you're going to want to go with this one. This one has the advantage of the robot mode. That's definitely something I could say that this one wins out on. But as far as the Scorpion modes, they both have different objectives in the long run. Again, I only did this video because they're both sort of attack drones in a way. But this guy knocks his Scorpion mode out of the park. This guy looks really cool too. They had different aesthetics, and I think they both pull them off really well. So yeah, if you just care about the Scorpion side of this movie, Scorponok, either one is good to go with. But yeah, those are my personal thoughts and opinions on the matter. And I'm curious if you feel differently. Maybe you think that this one is literally just hot garbage and I'm blowing smoke. But I think that they're both good. This one I definitely prefer personally, but they're both good in their own way. Um, yeah, I think that's it. So that'll be it for my plastic past and present movie Scorponok. Oh, and this is Soul Prime 13 saying transform and soul out.